Hello and welcome to another update video about MATIC. MATIC is still consolidating just above the orange support area that you might be familiar with, especially if you watched previous videos. The support area is defined between 65 cents and 76 cents, between the 61.8 retracement level and the 38.2 retracement level, with a 50% FIB level in between at 70 cents. We also defined targets. Yeah, this is standard support, but there are also targets for this correction, and they were defined between 72 to 59 cents. The difference is that the targets are measured with Fibonacci extensions. Based on this move down, yeah, you can project the target for the next move down, whereas retracements are really just standard support. Best accuracy you can get when you use both and try to overlay them and get some confluence. So the situation is still the same. It looks a bit bear flaggish there on the chart, so I cannot rule out another low here on the chart. That would actually be what I would prefer, just because the move up is not yet very clear. But to be honest, I mean, it's done what it needs to do. It entered the support area. Also, if we consider the length of the wave 2 and compare it with the length of the wave 4, that matches. So yeah, I'm just gonna watch if MATIC can hold the 64-65 cent level. Okay, if we break below that, I will not take the bullish count off the charts, but I can tell you that the bullish count, which is the yellow one, which still allows for a fifth wave to the upside to $1.20, $1.25 plus, that count will get less likely with a sustained break below 65 cents. Again, not invalidated, because in a diagonal pattern, which this would be, there isn't really an invalidation point for a low wave 4. This pullback would be classed as a wave 4. There isn't really an invalidation point. A wave 4 can be very deep. It's not like with an impulse where you get an invalidation if the wave 4 overlaps with wave 1. However, I can tell you that a deep wave 4 would lead to, yeah, some issues here on the chart, because it would just simply not be reliable. You know, normally you wouldn't call a wave 4 reliable that retraces more than the golden ratio, more than the 61.8 retracement level. Okay, so from that point of view, just need to be on the side of caution, but I will not take it off the chart because one of the targets points to 59 cents. The price is still below the descending trend line. A break above this trend line or channel, I actually didn't add a channel here, but it's actually a parallel trend channel, a corrective channel. A break above that trend line would be a first indication that a low of sorts, at least, has formed in the orange box. And then we can take a look if a low is really in. If a low is in, we would need to see a first impulse. At the moment, there is not an impulse yet, and a 3-wave pullback to indicate that we have indeed bottomed. Overall, however, I am watching primarily for another 5th wave to the upside, and I'm also watching the yellow wave count primarily. Okay, there are just a couple of different ways how this correction can unfold. This, for example, suggests it might actually be finished, the yellow count, yeah, where we had an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, but the C wave was a little bit short. So therefore, as I said earlier, I would prefer actually another dip, possibly to 69 or 65 cents. That's the 100% extension and the 1.236 extension level. It can also unfold in a WXY structure, just a different way, WXY, where we would make that new low, and that's also possible, it just turns into an even larger correction. Okay, that's always possible. Therefore, I always say it's not so important to know how exactly a correction will unfold. What is more important is to know what is support, what is the critical support level, and in this case it's actually the 64-65 cent level, and then we can watch for reactions in this Fibonacci region. And only below 64-65 cents I would take a more bearish perspective. That would be the white count, which might have topped in a B wave already, and then we are now in a wave C to the downside. It can't be an impulse, though. It's not impulsive price action to the downside, so it would have to be something like a diagonal. And that again leaves definitely the door open for higher, because with diagonals, you can mistake them easily for corrections. So it just looks very corrective to the downside, okay? But bear in mind, the yellow count is not necessarily a high probability count, or, well, it's the clearest I've got, but it's not like probabilities are very clear, because it's only a diagonal which is unfolding here at best. And that's always, we can't trust them until they've proven really that they work, okay? That it really is a diagonal. So it just means we need to be a little bit on the side of caution. But overall, I would still primarily be watching for a yellow wave 5 to $1.20, $1.25 plus. That's my update about MATIC. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links for those in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.